It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, tight. Here we go. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 4 down, check. 4 down. Switch. Ready.
On 1st down, Darnold. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Tight right. Hey, 4 down. Young lady. Check. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
51 to Mike. Watch the screen. Young lady. Watch the screen.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Go! At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. It's Williams on the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Breeze, he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue.
And Darnold, he lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And it's third down.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's third and 9. Breeze now. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Ready? 5-9. 59. He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Watch the pass.
To throw, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Breeze going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Alert. Man, 80. Where's the mic?
Now it's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ain't no such thing.
Now a first down carry by Bell. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What's that? 22, back 22. Check, check. Lady. He's checking, lady. Crash.
Darnold for the red zone now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kareem Hunt, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Jets 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Strong left. Strong left. 4 down. 4 down.
Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Darnold completes it. Broken tackle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Darnold finding Anderson here, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To the air again, Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
24 is the mic.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Darnold on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
24 is the mic. Come on, Jay.
Darnold. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Bell. There's the stiff arm. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock. And I love the way that you phrase that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? You ready? Mike 54. Cut.
They'll toss it to Hunt. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Raiders 17, Jets 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is Anderson. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 31. Check
80 weapon.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Mike, ready. Yellow lady. Mike 5-4. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
After the interception, here's Darnold, and Anderson's got it. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Raiders' 39-yard line.
Here we go. Check pass, check pass. Right, Roger. Oh, lady.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold is going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw again on second down. Darnold. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and it's third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Hey, seam 6.
Again, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Clelin Ferrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run with Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
21.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow lady.
Remote this.
They run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Breeze. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. 22's coming, Mike. Yo, lady. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Here we go, D. Hey, just like that.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
1st down, Raiders.
Ready?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Breeze. And he'll find Moreau here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you know,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Darnold from the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. James now to return. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Jets will take over first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Darnold to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Where's that? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Bree's going to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 24 is the mark.
Now it's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Echo.
24 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up. 24 is the mic. Let's go.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, lady.
22, Mike 22. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Y'all playing. Hey, lady. Here we go.
Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Breeze to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Come on.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will